Hello everyone, welcome to another video from WhatAcca.com. We're looking ahead to a crunch weekend as far as the Premier League is concerned. There are some massive games taking place, and none bigger than the clash at St James's Park on Saturday lunchtime between Newcastle United and Liverpool. Liverpool obviously need to keep winning in order to keep pace with Manchester City and potentially overhaul them in the Premier League title race. However, we're not sure that Liverpool are a great bet for this game, despite a brilliant performance against Villarreal in the Champions League on Wednesday. Newcastle United have won 10 of their last 14 matches, and Eddie Howe's side, this is a bit of a free shot for them really. It's going to be a passionate crowd on Tyneside, a fresh team, and they're absolutely bouncing at the moment. So we think that a good way to play this would be Newcastle plus half a goal on the Asian handicap. You can get that odds against at the moment. We wouldn't even be that surprised if Newcastle managed to win the game, but we'll go for a 1-1 draw, and Jurgen Klopp looking slightly downcast by the final whistle, because that could be enough to really seriously dent their title hopes. Moving on to Saturday 3 PM kickoffs. Aston Villa take on Norwich City. Aston Villa are really big odds on for this clash, but they're hard to trust really based on their recent performances. They steadied the ship a little bit with a goalless draw at Leicester last weekend, but we still think that they're not a great bet, and we'd rather go for BTTS, yes. Dean Smith's Norwich. Dean Smith will return to Villa Park. His Norwich side scored twice at Old Trafford recently, and we think that they can get at least a goal in this game. We'll go for a Villa 2-1 win, but we wouldn't be backing Villa at the prices. Southampton clash with Crystal Palace. There's little for each team to play for in this fixture. James Ward-Prowse obviously is in menacing form, especially from set pieces. As far as Crystal Palace are concerned, they played out a goalless draw with Leeds. Both teams are not great as far as the win ratio is concerned. A 2-2 draw here looks a decent enough shout, as does the draw as far as the best bet is concerned. Watford take on Burnley. We're not sure that this will be a high-scoring game. Watford are all but down. Burnley are certainly in the hunt to stay up after consecutive home wins, but they're not convincing away from home, and they did lose 2-0 at Norwich when things were looking good after beating Everton. Under 2.5 goals is probably the best pick here. Burnley are in grind mode. It wouldn't surprise us if they won this game by 1-0, but yeah, under 2.5 goals covers the scorelines that we probably want to get with. We're going to go for Brighton to win away to Wolverhampton Wanderers in another 3 PM Saturday kickoff. Brighton are really finishing the season with a flourish, and they've won at two North London teams recently against Arsenal and Tottenham, which was a big surprise on both counts. They were 2-0 up against Southampton before frittering away a lead. We're not sure that they'll do the same if they take a 2-0 lead at Molineux, given that Wolves have given up the ghost a little bit in the last few weeks as well. But we'll go for a Brighton 2-1 win at Molineux on the Saturday kickoffs. Leeds United take on Manchester City, Saturday tea time clash. We're going to go for Manchester City to win this game and both teams to score, yes, which is what happened against Real Madrid on Tuesday night. Leeds United are not safe from relegation at the moment. Jesse's Marsh side would certainly love to try and get a point against the champions here, but it's hard to see them keeping a team who scored 4 goals against Real Madrid at bay. They might have to meet fire with fire and probably come off worse as a result. A 4-2 win for Manchester City could be worth an outside punt, but Man City and both teams to score, yes. Moving on to Sunday's game, Frank Lampard comes up against his former team when Everton clash with Chelsea. We're going to go for under 2.5 goals here. I think it's going to be pretty tight at Goodison Park based on how Lampard set his Everton team up at Anfield. Pretty much played 5-5-0 for an hour of that game, and I'm not sure that you'll see a huge amount of ambition for an Everton team who need to try and get something out of a game against a Chelsea side who played Manchester United on Thursday, but we're going to go for a 0-0 draw in this game. I think Everton might try and make their point, and we take a punt on 0-0 or no goal scorer, under 2.5 goals being the best bet. Tottenham Hotspur go up against Leicester. I'm not sure this one will be 0-0. Tottenham minus 1.5 on the Asian handicap makes plenty of appeal against a Foxes team who will have clashed with Roma in the Europa Conference League on Thursday. As a result, you might find they're slightly jaded and slightly distracted because they'll have a second leg game against Roma a few days later. Tottenham can't afford to drop any more points if they're going to reel in Arsenal and qualify for the Champions League. Tottenham minus 1.5 goal means we need Spurs to win by 2 clear goals. Moving on to the Sunday afternoon clash between West Ham United and Arsenal. Similar story here as far as the Hammers will have been playing against Eintracht Frankfurt on the Thursday night. Not sure that they'll be completely all guns blazing as a result in this London derby. Arsenal have managed to turn things around after losing 3 consecutive matches, and they're in the box seat to finish in the top 4 at the moment. Providing Bukayo Saka is fit, we'd really fancy the Gunners to land a precious 3 points in this game. Arsenal to win looks good at the prices. We'll take something like a 3-1 win to Arsenal, with Eddie and Nketiah looking good, and they did win 4-2 at Stamford Bridge recently. Finally, the Monday night game is at Old Trafford between Manchester United and Brentford. I think the Bees are certainly worth siding with here, and we'll take the Bees plus half a goal on the Asian handicap. They've been in tremendous form recently. They held Tottenham to a goalless draw, and before that they had won 4-1 away to Chelsea. So they really are capable of mixing it with the better teams in the division. It's hard to say that United are one of the better teams right now. They were so easily beaten when they lost at Anfield, and they look pretty opposable. They'll have had a Thursday night game. So Brentford plus half a goal. I think Brentford could win this game, to be honest, given that Ralf Rangnick is sort of just coming towards the end of his tenure before Erik ten Hag steps in. United are missing key players, and we think Brentford to win the game 2-1 could be worth a shout. Those are the Premier League predictions for this coming game week. Please remember to gamble responsibly. Check out WhatAcca.com and you'll get lots of free ACCA tips and bet builder tips for the weekend action, and hopefully we'll be able to find you a winner or two over the next few days. Cheers for watching the video, and catch you soon, guys. Cheers now.